Effectively Evaluating Employees by Christina Clark. Employee evaluations are essential because with them our company sees a lower turnover rate. With timely and consistent evaluation systems, we are able to recognize the ability of our employees and provide them the opportunity to grow within our company. It has been proven that employees with growth availability are happier in their jobs. These employees are also working harder, and you may see an increase in their performance. This also gives you the opportunity to recognize employees who are not working on your team. So the question is, how do we evaluate? We are a fairly small company with 25 employees in 2 states. It seems difficult, but I have created a multi-step process that should work. First, we start by establishing performance standards. We create detailed job descriptions for each role, create an employee handbook with strict guidelines, and an operation manual with clear and concise goals for our company and employees. You may be asking yourself, why do we even have to do all of this? Well, these steps will help clearly convey our mission and vision for our company. Now, after creating these performance standards, it is essential to communicate them with employees. We can do this by creating a specific onboarding process that summarizes these standards. We must also have monthly sit-down meetings or calls to reiterate these standards and give our employees an update on how they are doing. Now we start the process of measuring employee performance. First and foremost, attendance will be reviewed bi-weekly. While seeming very basic, this is an important part of the evaluation. We will review production goals weekly to make sure employees are meeting demands. Monthly, we will review employee morale. An often underrated task, it is important to keep your employees happy. So why is measuring employee performance this way so important? You have to make sure your employees are meeting standards. If you have someone not pulling their weight, it can bring production down. Morale sinks due to other employees having to pick up slack of negligent employees that can cause a lot of disruption. You now want to compare all of your other employees' numbers to each other. By comparing production numbers to those of other employees, you can see, is it the person or the process? Is it an issue with the actual employee, or are you needing to change the way you're training them? This will help you define underlying issues such as employees or need for more training. Employee feedback. Employee appraisal meetings we will have once a month, which will require our management to sit down with employees to talk about where they are in their career. It is also important that we provide a self-assessment to each employee, giving them the opportunity to evaluate themselves and where they see themselves going. Also, we want to make sure that these are positive conversations to make sure that our employees are happy and taken care of. An action plan. Let's make it happen. We will create an action plan for future appraisals. Where do we see the company's goals going in the future, and where do we see this employee fitting in with those goals? We also want to make specific action plans for improvement on anything that we see that needs to be improved for an employee. As for personal expectations and goals, we want to make sure we ask each person individually what they expect and what their goals are in relation to their job. Where do they see themselves going? This will answer a lot of questions for us as it will for them. Do they see a future with our company, or do maybe they need to move on? The last and most important thing we need to do is sign this action plan. It needs to be signed by both the manager and by the employee. And by doing this, it lets us both know that this is an action plan that we both regard as important and that we both want to see this happen and come to fruition. It also holds everyone accountable to what we discuss in the meeting. Goal achievement satisfaction. So by performing this 6-step plan that I've created, we will achieve our goals by creating better management of employees, greater employee production because our employees will be much happier and moving forward in their careers, and also achieve profitability and boost morale among employees. While this 6-step plan may take a little longer than most, I feel like it is the correct and proper way to move forward in order to make both our employees and our bottom line happy. Thank you.